What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. This time we're going to be covering Manchester City's latest news of what's been happening for the last week or so. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe with your notifications on, because we're going to be running a weekly series. So we've got quite a little bit to get through, from injuries through to draws, through to things being announced, etc, etc. So we're going to start off with the first bit of news, and that was what happened just as I was editing up my last video, so I couldn't include it there. But Claudio Bravo has had his surgery in Barcelona with Dr. Cugat, and he's looking to make his road to recovery from his Achilles tendon injury. So good luck, Claudio. Hope to have you back sooner rather than later. Next up, Phil Foden was expected to be included in this week's England squad. He wasn't. Nor was Jadon Sancho. They both missed out as Gareth Southgate's gone for players that are playing more regularly. So Phil Foden might get his chance in the next season or two. Fingers crossed for that one. Jadon Sancho might get it sooner rather than later, because I know he's getting more minutes than what Phil Foden is at Man City. He's getting more minutes at Borussia Dortmund. So next up, we've had our Champions League group draw. I'll put at the end of this video the link for me reviewing, or the overview of Manchester City's group with the Champions League. But in case you weren't aware, we've drawn Lyon in the group along with Hoffenheim and Shakhtar Donetsk, as Manchester City look to try and top their group and try and progress to the last 16, you would think. On the same day, that was last week, we've also had Man City draw Oxford United in the League Cup away from home. A very interesting match, a new ground for everyone to go and visit. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's been announced as September 25th. As a 7:45 kickoff, which was announced today, so that's a date for everyone's diary there. Next up, we'll move on to the match against Newcastle that we had at the weekend. First talking point was Leroy Sané was dropped from the Manchester City squad. We didn't get a reason why by Pep, just said he'd been dropped from the squad. I'm going to presume it was for his little cameo role that he had when he came on against Wolves, and it was poor, to say the least. So Leroy Sané, he's gone away on international duty now with Germany. He's been called up for them, so if he can have an impressive time there, he can come back to Man City and hit the ground running and get himself back into the Manchester City contention, because there's always room there for quality players, and Leroy Sané was absolutely quality last season. If you can find his quality again, then love to see him back in the Man City squad. I reckon, and I've seen Raheem Sterling been impressing a lot on the left wing, Benjamin Mendy has too. Could we see Leroy Sané move over and help out Riyad Mahrez, who seems to be struggling a little bit? Could he get some minutes there on the right and cut in onto his left? I remember against Liverpool when he came on for a late appearance last season after the international break, and he played on the right wing and kept pulling in on his left. He scored a wonderful goal, and that really picked up his confidence and helped him. So we might see something similar. You never know. If that ends up happening, then just call me Mystic Jason. But next up, Manchester City did beat Newcastle 2-1 in a home match. A hard-fought win. Not a great game, not a classic by any means, but 10 points from 12. If we carry on with that form from now to the end of the season, we'll be there or thereabouts in winning the Premier League. So we'll take that one. Just one draw against Wolves, but you know, we've still got more fixtures. We've got a difficult one against Arsenal out of the way with. We've also had a couple of difficult matches. That Newcastle match was hard to break down. Difficult away match against Wolves as well. So we've got plenty to look forward to. Like I said, we're in the top four. We're in touching distance. Make sure we're within touching distance of everyone else. You can't go possibly wrong. I think the problem we're having is we're so used to being 15 points to 19 points clear at the top of the table that we're not really used to chasing. But we've got to keep chasing until we can get out on top. That'll come with consistency. If we can pick up all wins from now till the next international break, I think that'll see Man City top the table, in my opinion. We've got Liverpool on the way there as well. Moving on, we're going to have a discussion about this Tottenham match. Now, I'm going to address this one. This is going to be my opinion to put in here. You're free to disagree and put whatever you wish in the comments. But the match against Spurs, which was scheduled for the Sunday at the end of October, has now been moved to a Monday night due to Tottenham not finding a venue for their game. Their stadium isn't ready to be played for that Man City game. All of Tottenham's games in the Champions League are all going to be at Wembley. Tottenham couldn't find another venue other than Wembley because they've got an NFL game on that weekend, so they couldn't play that weekend. The match has been moved for Sky for TV. It's now been moved back to Monday night so it can be played at Wembley because Tottenham couldn't find another venue. Man City weren't going to have it at the Etihad because they didn't want a pile up of fixtures at the end of the season where Man City will have, I think it's 5 out of 6 away games. They didn't want, is it 4 or 5 away games out of 6? They didn't want that. They wanted it a little bit more fairer, so they said we're not playing it at the Etihad. So Tottenham have instead moved it to the Monday night. They're going to play on Wembley. Man City are concerned about the pitch. Man City have agreed, very important that Man City have agreed to this match to be played on the Monday at Wembley. They're concerned about the pitch. It's going to stop Man City's style of play, but Tottenham play quite a similar style of play, so it'll stop them too. But the point there, that Man City fans have already booked to go to London. They've booked their trains, they've booked their hotels. It had been moved for television, so everyone has presumed that that match now is going to be on Sunday in London, so everyone's made plans around that. Obviously, you can't get refunds on your train tickets. Some hotels will give you refunds if you pay a little bit extra. Some won't have. And Man City have offered to put out free coach travel on the Monday night, which is a nice gesture, but I don't feel like we should have agreed for this match to be on Monday. I feel like the fans have been stiffed. I feel like everyone's been stiffed. I feel like this is a pile-up of fixtures and no one's coming out, you know, smelling of roses out of this one. We're going to end up playing 4 games in 9 days. We're going to end up playing on the Monday night, which means we're not going to be playing on the Tuesday in the 4th round of the League Cup if we get there, and we get past Oxford, of course. If we're not, then it's not going to be much of a pile-up. But if we do get past Oxford, and you'd expect us to get past Oxford, then we're going to have the 4th round of the League Cup then. So we're going to have Tottenham on the Monday night. Then we're going to have to either play on the Wednesday or the Thursday night. If they play on the Wednesday night, then the match against Southampton won't be moved. If they play on the Thursday night, there's a good chance Man City will move their match against Southampton, which is a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff at home. It'll be moved to the Sunday instead, which is frustrating for everyone that's got tickets for that one as well, because people have bought tickets presuming that it's for the Saturday 3 o'clock, not the Sunday whenever, which is, again, stiffing the fans. And then we've got a match in the Champions League on the Wednesday, so we're playing from Monday through to next Wednesday. We've got 4 games. We've got Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League. So we've got massive games. A League Cup to try and progress, get through that, try and hold our trophy that we currently hold. And then we've got match against, we've also got Tottenham to play away from home, which is a big game, a chance to prove ourselves. We've got an important match against Southampton. These are games 2 seasons ago that we both dropped points against, away against Spurs and at home against Southampton, that we need to be picking up points for. We beat both of them last season at home and away, I think. So that proves that Man City, it did wonders for us winning the title, so we need to repeat it themselves, and I feel like Man City are shooting themselves in the foot with this, and we've given ourselves an unnecessary headache now that I'm currently dreading the end of October into early November. And let's not forget, we've also got that big Champions League match against Shakhtar at home too, which is extremely disappointing for Manchester City, this, that we've put ourselves in this situation because we've agreed for it. Because in my opinion, this is Tottenham's problem. It's Tottenham's fault that their stadium isn't ready. It's Tottenham's problem that they've not got a venue to play at, not ours. The match has been agreed for the Sunday. It's on TV. I don't understand why, you know, Tottenham, it's their problem. It completely is their problem. I blame Tottenham for all of this. And so it's disappointing from Manchester City's behalf that we've agreed to this to try and help Tottenham out, and why we're giving Tottenham, curing their headache and giving ourselves a headache in the process. Tottenham are always going to have this headache because the ground's not been completed. That's not our problem, though. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but that isn't our problem. And obviously the biggest loser, I mean, whoever ends up dropping points in them games, if not both sides, but the biggest loser are the people that have felt it in the pockets, and people that have arranged for things when they've been announced and then been moved, have felt it financially in the pocket, and it'd be very disappointing. I'd be very disappointed if I'd booked a trip to London for the Sunday to go to Tottenham, and I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there, and I think the club should be doing something to compensate it. Apparently they've got in contact with Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy's probably the biggest cheapskate in the Premier League. He won't be paying that one, so there's Man City fans out of pocket. I find it disgusting. Sorry, that's my opinion on it. And last but not least, more cheerful note, Mangala is in the Manchester City Premier League squad. No Gabriel Jesus, as you'll notice, but he is under 21 at the start of the season, so he doesn't have to be registered, along with Phil Foden, along with Brahim Diaz and all the other youngsters, Philip Sandler, etc, etc. They don't have to be registered. They can play whenever and whatever they want. Basically, Man City can do whatever they want with them players, but Mangala, because they've got a senior player there, they thought we may as well include him, so we may well see Mangala get some minutes through October and that busy schedule into November, and certainly into December, when we end up playing 9 or 10 games, and it's a very demanding football fixture schedule. So there we go, that's been the news. If you did enjoy the news, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments below. Let me know what you think of that Spurs situation, because you know what, I'm just angry about it. You know what I mean? I've not even booked tickets for that, and I feel annoyed. So I'm God believe what everyone else is feeling that has booked that. You know, awful. Feel dead sorry for them. I hope it gets sorted for them, get the money back or something, and the club does something, because they don't deserve that. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe with your notifications on if you did enjoy the video. Stay tuned for more football videos and Man City videos. I'm covering all of Man City football content at the moment, so stay tuned for that one. Also, don't forget to check out my social media links in the description below, my Twitter and my Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, you can do. And also, don't forget to check out my email in the description below too, which you want to hit me up with any business enquiries or any sponsorships or any videos, then feel free, just hit me up on my email in the description below. And don't forget to check out my second channel and my brother's partner channel, Mixed Do Mixology Drinks, and my gaming channel, which is JSGC Gaming. I'll leave the links to them at the end of this video if you want to go and check them out. Like and subscribe over there if you wish. Make sure you check out my other football videos too. I'll leave up the link to that Champions League video that I did a couple of days ago too, reviewing Man City's group for you, so you can go and check that out. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you all next time. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.